Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fanatical. As always, I am your host, BT, and with me is the dropper of many beats, my good friend M-Dubs, also known as Lightning.
Right, because I'm sure that
Yes.
that completely describes me all the time, dropping all those sick beats.
Also, the Royal Duke of Artopia, Mytho.
Stuffed crust.
Blaze.
Oh man.
Yes, I'm
And
here.
two people who've never joined us before. Number one is Aeon, and number two is Princess Rill.
Hello.
Now, Aeon and Rill, tell us what we might know you from, just so, the audience can get a good feel for it.
You want to start, Rill? Or should I?
You could start.
Ladies first. Oh, ladies first. So, Aeon, you go first.
Well, I'm the narrator for the Flash game of The Mansion. I'm also the narrator of most of the recent Past Sins chapters from our voice acting group. I'm basically just the narrator. He said to himself.
Hello. He said, but then so nobody else did that.
So he's the narrator. So,
Yep.
you know.
And I mostly voice Twilight Sparkle in most of the
She
projects.
does Twilight Sparkle in many things, and she is very good at
Yes.
it. Anywho, we are here with a very special episode of Fanatical since, Season 4 is over, and we don't have any, really special guests or anything lined up. So we are going to be doing a tradition. We are going to be doing the Season 4 recap.
Woohoo!
Hooray!
I'm so excited.
And right, this has been a bit of a tradition with Lightning, any of the stuff he's been doing. He usually has one at the beginning of each season and at the end.
Yeah,
So we're going to be talking about...
Usually what happens is, if whenever the season gets announced, whenever the release date gets announced for the new season, we'll do pre-season discussion. And then after the finale, we go and recap the season and do a post-season discussion. So that's what we're doing today.
Tons and tons of fun.
We're going to be talking about, our favorite episode, the episodes in general. Are we going to be counting down our top 10 or no?
Yes, that is one of the things that we'll be doing is talking about the top 10 episodes. But why don't we start by giving everyone a recap of what the episodes were this season?
Yeah.
Superheroes, Castlevania reference.
Let's go in order.
I have a list in front of me, if that helps.
Well, yeah, I want
Prepared.
to seriously,
I literally just Googled it.
let's go in
I have a
order.
laptop.
Let's go in order, and then let's briefly talk about each of them. Just what happened and what it was like. So I mean, first of all was Princess Twilight Sparkle.
It was Princess and some Barnes.
Right. Which actually, was I don't know about you guys. I kind of found it to be a little lackluster. Probably my third favorite. Can
I use Amelia's description of Princess Twilight Sparkle real quick?
If you would like to.
I have to. It's basically, what'd she say? Magical zebra splooge? I believe that was her description of that episode.
I thought the description was Discord made and tree tentacles. Or whatever
In
those
other words,
were.
it was the My Little Pony hentai of the series.
I didn't think he likes frosting or something. I don't know.
There was that too, I guess.
Sex jokes. I'm so happy.
Anyways. What was that? What was this? Was the next one Castlemania, or am I missing one?
Castlemania was next, yes, and that one
Yep.
was I love that episode. Rarity was hilarious in that episode.
The episode of well put together backgrounds and hijinks.
Oh yeah.
And one hell of an ending.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
And Pinkie
How did
Pie
it end?
apparently played the
Totally not a
organ.
Castlevania reference.
I was going to say, it looked like a mix of Castlevania, Phantom of the Opera, and at the very end, Scooby-Doo.
Well, no, I mean, all the way, all throughout it was Scooby-Doo, and which was kind of funny because I'm pretty sure that Josh Haber mentioned that afterwards. He said, yeah, it was kind of a Scooby-Doo reference for the entire thing.
I liked it because the backgrounds were really cool.
And then
So
Power
then-
Ponies.
So then after that would have been Daring Don't.
Really?
Yep.
I thought Power Ponies was for that.
Power Ponies was
Nope.
episode 6, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the hell have you been?
It just goes to show that some of those episodes are not very memorable.
Well, Daring Don't was great, though. I mean,
It was good, but I mean,
Rainbow Dash, like,
Yeah,
fanning out about stuff was cool.
Oh, that was awesome.
The only thing I remember from that episode is you can flap too, and that's the only thing that ever comes up in my mind when I think about that episode.
Well, and we also got that Rainbow Dash face that everyone keeps reusing over and over and over again.
I don't remember it.
The
The eyebrow
face?
raise. Yeah.
No, that's Applejack, isn't it?
What?
No,
Rainbow
Dash had
raise.
the eyebrow raise too.
They make a lot of the same
this,
faces.
This one was it's hard. It was like a really weird grin or whatever that she did.
Very.
That I like where this is going. Look.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Just turn a little bit to the left. Look.
Oh,
Yeah, something like that.
Scooch a little bit.
So, but yeah, that was great. Seeing Daring Do as actually a canon character as opposed to a fictional character.
Yeah, it was a big Indiana Jones reference in a lot of cases.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Indiana,
After that was Flight to the Finish, and we finally got our Scootaloo episode.
That was Hearts as Strong as Horses. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, and we also got our first song as well.
Yeah.
Hearts as Strong as Horses. Yep. Which I found it kind of weird that they made us wait until episode 5 of the season before we actually got to a song. But then
We
again,
appreciated
I think the same thing was more, with season 2, because season 2 we didn't get a song until Find the Pet, right?
Okay. Hey, Lightning. Earlier in the season, you kept on going on about, you're basically directly matching up season 4 with season 2. How did it stack up in the end? You never told us.
No, I mean, I was doing it all throughout, and the way it finally came out was like, well, season 2 had a better premiere, obviously, but season 4 followed season 2 really well, where like the first 5 episodes of the season were amazing, like just like they were in season 2, there were about the same amount of songs as season 2. I felt that the finale was probably a little bit worse than Candlelight Wedding, but
I mean, if you were going to say that Twilight's Kingdom was better than Candlelight Wedding, I would reach through the internet and choke you.
Well, that's why I didn't say that.
Pinky.
Good idea.
Twilight's Kingdom was good. I think I liked it better than most of you did. But
I liked it.
But Candlelight Wedding.
I liked it too.
Candlelight Wedding
was actually
was good though.
Shut up.
That was my number 2 episode.
I'm gonna have to say that overall, I think that season 4 was better than season 2, simply because
You're wrong.
some of the episodes in the middle were better than the middle episodes of season 2.
They didn't feel like filler episodes, basically.
Right. I mean, like season 2, you had things like Secret of My Excess and Spike at Your Service, or no, that was season 3, wasn't it?
I say, yeah, don't throw Spike at your service into season 2. That was a maelstrom.
But Secret of My Excess, Sweet and Elite, and stuff like that. It just, those episodes weren't all that great. And
next thing you're gonna tell me is Ne'er-Do-Well wasn't that great. I mean, come on.
Ne'er-Do-Well wasn't that great.
Oh my god, no,
I'm sorry, Meridwell wasn't that great either. You know, and
You can reach
you know,
through him, choke him now.
And granted, there were also some episodes that weren't that great in season 4 as well, such as things like, For Whom the Sweet Tolls, and...
It Ain't Easy Being Breezies.
Yeah, well...
I like the Breezies episode.
Three as a Crowd wasn't all that great.
I thought that this whole season built a lot more on, like, some of the lore and just more of the smaller details of the series rather than adding a lot storyline-wise to anything. It didn't have a very strong writing, but it had a lot of new and interesting ideas that it introduced.
Right. And we'll get into more of that once we go through the episodes, and then we can start talking about specifics and stuff like that. So after Flight to the Finish was Power Ponies.
Now that was my favorite.
Which
Power
actually
Ponies
was
one of my top 10.
Power Ponies was great because, it was a fun... That was definitely a filler episode. There wasn't really anything going on, but it was a lot of fun to actually have a comic book universe and seeing the main six as different personas.
Not to mention you technically actually got a villain from that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the
Pretty cool.
The Maniac was definitely something.
Animators had fun with that hair.
Yeah.
I bet.
But the first impression they probably got is, you want us to do what? We want you to do the most complicated anime character in the entire show. Well, I hope you're paying us extra for this shit.
And then after Power Ponies was Bats, I believe.
Yep. That's probably my third or fourth favorite right there.
I liked Bats because of the song. The song was really good.
It was really different. I liked it.
It was really good, but I can never find like a normal version of it. There's always just remixes, and there's never a normal.
The remixes were very difficult to do, I think, and they're not the best.
Yeah, it's like they'll just mess it around, and then I can never find the original in a decent volume. They're always super quiet on YouTube for some reason.
Oh, damn it, YouTube, y'all need to make better shit.
Well, I think you can find the songs on the Hub Networks page.
I know, but
I mean, I know I have it. I don't know where I got it from, but I have the song though.
I have it on my iPod, but it's still extremely quiet.
You know what I noticed, and I don't know why exactly, but for the next episode, which was Rarity Takes Manhattan, the for whatever reason, like the MP3 of the song that I have for that is just not very good quality, and I'm just wondering if that was like the episode or if it was just the version of the song that I have or not.
No, yeah, it's
Marcus
probably your
screwed
version.
up my order.
But
the lady that took my order from the pizza place over the phone, she put me down as carry out instead of delivery.
Well,
My
that
pizza's been
explains it
sitting
then.
there for like a fucking hour.
So now, as with Rarity Takes
where are we?
Manhattan, Rarity Takes Manhattan was our very first key episode, and this is the very first time we actually got to see, okay, well, this is what they're doing with the season.
Yeah, that was
a
big wham moment while I was watching
Also, Rarity Takes Manhattan was the first episode of this season for the 2014 year.
I guess
That's
I
the point.
didn't.
Also,
yeah,
it was
I
complete
guess
utter
I really
crap,
didn't even.
so I mean, hey.
But it's a little bit different because I loved seeing Rarity in an actual generosity episode, an episode that focused on her element, which almost never happens.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this episode, you have to admit, this episode was payback from back in season 1 when she was making when she was making the dress for all the girls. Now she's making the girls make all the dress, and it's like, I got payback, bitch.
That was great.
I just didn't like Rarity Takes Manhattan. I didn't.
I liked it,
maybe
but,
because-
like...
It wasn't very memorable.
Well, I mean, that's whenever everybody goes, oh, it was an actual, Rarity episode with generosity, ha, ha, ha.
They never have.
that. It's because her personality is so she's not a static character. She's very dynamic. There are other parts to her personality. She's not just generous. She's no Applejack. That's not all that she is. It's just generous.
It didn't explore a lot of like the other side, like the other points of view, the other sides, what was really happening. She seemed very ignorant throughout most of the episode to some of the worst things. I know, it was very happy and very optimistic about everything.
I did like seeing a new city.
Everything worked out too well.
A big city setting besides Canterlot.
That was pretty cool.
Although I will admit, the glowing rainbow stuff, that kind of threw me off when that first happened. I'm like, whoa, what was that? Was that my TV? Was that the episode? What just happened?
Yeah, I know.
There's an animation error.
Animation error.
It's all your fault, damn it. Your crap's broken.
So
well,
I mean,
see, after
sorry, Buried Takes Manhattan. Number 9 was Pink Apple Pie, right?
Yep.
So
yeah, I love that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, Pink Apple Pie was one of the best episodes this season. At least to me.
It was.
I liked it. I'm not like, oh, it's the best episode ever, but I liked it a lot. It was really good. Just Pinkie Pie, basically.
Well, yeah, and after seeing the promo, that they showed at San Diego Comic-Con, we knew what was coming in this episode, and we knew there was going to be a song, which, by the way, turned out to be one of the best songs of the season.
Underwhelming in my opinion, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's probably because we just watched it to death before it actually happened.
That's there is that. Yeah, I mean, I guess I think that song would have just blown everyone away if we had just seen it, for that episode. But we had seen it, months previous. I think it was like 5 months before the show was like when we first saw it.
I didn't foresee it. I actually only saw it during the episode.
Oh, really? Okay, so
no, I watched
the
animatic. I did.
You didn't watch the animatic, okay.
I didn't even know there was an animatic.
They showed an animatic at San Diego Comic-Con, and it was everywhere. How did you not see it?
I don't know. I kind of I saw what looked like sketches. I'm like, oh, someone probably just drew what they thought was going to happen in that season. And I'm like,
those damn analysts.
I mean, then again, when I saw that was about the time I was starting to see people like, oh, Discord's totally Stars World of Bearded. And I'm like, I'd like to see that, but
I still don't believe that. So
the guy who did that fanfic, I mean, like he wrote it in such an amazing way that it was almost true. Yeah, there was some guy actually wrote a fairly popular fanfic describing that Discord was Stars World of Bearded. But that he went crazy after a spell went wrong or something like that. I forgot the exact story.
Transmogrification spell of some sort.
Right. I thought, like I saw a thing where people pointed out stuff that kind of related to Stars World of Bearded in every episode Discord was in. I'm like, oh, hey, actually that kind of makes sense. But I can't see them doing this.
But that's what the guy wrote the fanfic on, was all those little knickknacks that basically be like, okay, Star Swirl from the pictures you've seen of him that are official from Hasbro, and Discord have the same kind of curly beard, and the way how it seems more that Celestia and Luna knew Discord before Discord was who he was, and there's just a lot of things in history that basically kind of point in the direction almost to where if Hasbro appointed him as Star Swirl, I don't think people would be surprised if they'd be like, I called it,
Good point.
I would be surprised.
But I don't know if I'm not sure if they're ever going to go into it. I mean, there were things even in the finale that kind of pointed towards it. The fact that he befriended, when they said he befriended a young wizard, which happened to be Star Sword the Bearded. There's a lot there's a lot that's inferred and not a lot that's proven. So
yeah.
So moving on from Pink Apple Pie, 10 was Rainbow Falls.
I like that. That was a very interesting episode.
It was something. I mean,
It was something.
there was Wonderbolts and there was
Was
a thing.
something.
It's like, hey, we get to actually hear Soren say stuff besides om nom nom.
yeah.
Nom, 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 nom.
Which, if you just close your eyes and listen to it, sounds so wrong.
But I mean, at the same time, then there's also different things like, I know BT doesn't care, but Derpy got reintroduced.
Boo!
Like, the moment I saw Derpy, I'm like, and the fandom goes wild.
Well, and what's funny is that Megan McCarthy tweeted about it before that.
There's a bowl of muffins. I'm like, are they bringing?
She was like, I can predict the exact moment that the Brony fandom will just go crazy.
That's
in
like
the next episode, and it's like, okay.
God, I hate Derpy so much.
But that's besides the point. I think we should just stay away from that topic.
Derby?
So let's see. After Rainbow Falls was Three's a Crowd.
Derp.
You're right. Three's a Crowd.
What?
I actually
Three's a
don't
Crowd?
remember that one.
Three's a Crowd.
I love Three's a Crowd.
Three's a
That
Crowd.
was pretty good.
What
was that one?
I wasn't a huge fan of it. That was the one
With
where,
Discord.
with Discord, that Princess Kate and
Oh,
Safari had to take
I
care of Discord.
remember now. I just couldn't fit the title with anything.
Not be a fan of Three's
I couldn't remember the title.
No,
I
you
couldn't
have
remember
to
the title.
I was asking
But it was
Lightning
awesome
if he could be a
because
fan.
Discord.
That episode was amazing.
I agree, it is. I just couldn't remember the title.
I was underwhelmed by Three's a Crowd simply because it was.
You are a sad, strange little man.
I kind of agree with
And you have my pity.
Fireball, but mainly because really Discord's song kind of made the episode.
Yeah, I mean the song was good, but I
And as John Delancey once said, is like, normally people pay me not to sing.
yeah, that was kind of funny.
Well, I mean, if you notice his singing style, he doesn't actually sing. It's more like that speaking sing where I think the term is like called sing song, where he
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But
I know what you mean.
But he says it in such a singing way,
Right. It wasn't a rap, but it was done that way where it's not actually singing, but it's more like singing or speaking in rhyme or whatever.
Yeah.
I liked it. It felt like it changed tempos a lot, but then when I thought about it, that kind of fit in with how Discord acts.
Yeah, and what was funny is like one of the first things we heard about it was like, oh, the Discord song has a lot of words. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? But
a lot of things have a lot of words. Like Hamlet has a lot of words. I know that because there's an entire poster of the entire play on my wall.
Oh God! Oh dear Lord!
Someone's got a phone call.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You've got mail.
My grandpa's calling me. I'll hang on.
All right. So
Big booty bitches. Oh.
And then Three's a Crowd also had worms and tentacles again. So there's that.
That was cool.
I
like how he got sick at the end.
Yeah, I actually got.
He's in a bubble.
Like
a bubble boy.
And I think I'm gonna get into this a little bit later, but like, I was always kind of wondering about the Fluttershy Discord. What exactly their friendship, if it was real or not.
Yeah.
That was kind of a big part of what the.
I think we got our answer in the finale.
Yeah, we did. That's why I think it was just what the season was leading up to.
So something popped up on Taobao. It was like it's a new toy. It's Princess Celestia, except she's yellow.
Interesting.
Maybe
she became one with the sun.
She became
I thought
Maybe
she
a little
was pink.
Spitfire action going on there.
Spitfire action.
Maybe she's just rolling in butter.
Don't
She's
like
done.
New Celestia
now with butter. She's done with cake. She's moving on to butter now. Just pure
I
butter.
thought the thing was bananas.
Oh, there's
It was
that
both.
too.
It works
The
too.
cake thing
Yep.
is canon.
And
The
it's
banana thing is
Yellow
canon.
doesn't come off a banana though.
Well,
How do you get
if you
yellow
dress
off a
up in a
banana?
banana suit, you do.
Yeah, but
Especially if you
Don't
like
cheat.
bananas.
So anyway,
Off
I
topic.
hate bananas.
after Three's a Crowd, I believe was Pinky's Pride.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was.
I guess.
Weird
one of-
Al.
The whole
One of, if
entire
not the
season.
best episode
Oh,
of
I
this
love
season.
that.
Yes, it is, dummy.
It
No, it's
was
not.
it
The
was
worst episode.
one of, if not the best.
I liked it, but
It is-
I kind of felt like it was like the season 3 finale where it was just a musical.
Well, see,
It
now,
was perfect
I mean,
for
it
this
was-
one because it was paced
I mean,
well.
musical- that was
fit this
okay.
episode though.
That was okay for a musical episode because, it wasn't a fucking
Well,
finale.
Well, and
Also, hang on. You got to think about this too. It was Weird Al Yankovic. The dude's known for music. I mean,
Right.
I was almost
I know.
it made
expecting that.
sense.
I wasn't,
It made sense.
I
to
wasn't
have
expecting.
Weird Al
funny
in
thing
this
is-
episode.
I was
funny
actually
thing is,
expecting it to be more music than anything.
What I thought was funny was before that episode aired, I had to literally ask my friend who Weird Al was. And he showed me a thing. I'm like, oh, that guy. I've seen him once or twice. I didn't know his name, though. And then every one of my friends had a hissy fit that I had no idea who Weird Al Yankovic was.
Well, it is kind of sad that you don't know who Weird Al was. I mean,
I don't know really if it is. I'm
Oh,
not
thanks,
sure.
boss.
Like, I know who he is, but it's just because I was raised on
I've
that
seen
music.
him. I just didn't
But
know who he
I
was.
don't know how
'cause,
popular
I'd
he actually is.
be like, oh, this guy's pretty funny.
I think there was one person, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was someone in the Nimbus Productions chat that was saying that they thought Weird Al was a YouTuber, like that made
He is
PMVs.
on YouTube.
No,
I know an Al Chestbreach. He's pretty funny, though.
And all stiff.
But yeah, I mean,
All-
that's just
AL stiff,
I
yes.
thought it
All
was
stiff.
kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
So anyway,
Oh.
lots of songs, lots of really good songs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think Goof Off made our number 2 or 3, 4. That's right. It was number 4 on our top 10 list, and that's of the entire series. It was, I mean, it made it to number 4
Yeah,
of the
the
entire
Goof Off was
series.
great.
Because it
So
was freaking fantastic.
It made it even better when my friend pointed out that Pinky's voice actress also does, like, Spanish. Pinky.
well, now at the same time, I'm pretty sure it was Shannon Chankent that was singing that, not Andrew Lippman.
Oh.
I hope it was Andrea. I hope it was Andrea Libman. That'd be.
I guess I don't know for sure, but I know that most of the time it's Shannon Chankent that sings for people.
really hard to tell.
Well, yeah, it is hard to tell.
Do a fantastic job.
And I mean, I know that Andrew Lippman can sing because she sings for Fluttershy. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just how their casting worked, I guess. So what was episode 13?
That was the Rarajack episode.
That was Simple Ways. All right.
Oh, that was a good episode.
The Simple Ways.
That was a great episode.
It was.
I loved it.
It was
There was a
kind of
part
funny in
where-
parts, I thought. I don't know.
There was a part where I was doing this high-pitched laugh on my couch with my hand over my face. Just laughing. I think it was the part where... Was it when Applejack was dressed up, or was it when Rarity was dressed up? I can't remember, but it made me laugh really hard to watch.
Whenever
Right,
Applejack was
it's all
dressed up,
Rarity
yeah.
talking all like this, like she's just trying to put on that accent. All right.
That was, oh my god.
I'm from
I
Nebraska,
little-
and that accent is horrible.
I
Yeah, I live
little,
with
like,
people, like-
long-winded
I was
parts.
embarrassed for her. I was watching this
I live-
episode only embarrassed for Rarity going, oh my god, I can't
Oh, yeah.
watch this.
Especially since I live around people, some of my family is down from Arkansas and Kentucky and all that, so hearing that accent, I'm like, oh god, why? Just quit!
Well, But
No,
we did get
funny
that
part
part Spike.
like I couldn't
best-
watch because I was laughing so hard. But, like you
We
hear
got
this
the best
posh
Spike face ever.
British person going, "All right, let's do this."
Yeah, I love the face that Spike made when she's like, "You have no idea what it's like to obsess over someone and then just find out that he's obsessed with someone else."
Uh-huh.
And
Like, you have no
Like,
idea what the friend
like,
zone
are
feels
you
like, and it's
freaking
like,
kidding
really,
me?
Rarity? Like, really? I don't know what the friend zone feels like?
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Philly Vanilli.
That
Philly
was great.
Vanilli was great. Philly,
That was fantastic.
I think the biggest part of it was that I don't think anyone saw Flutter Guy coming back.
I know.
I seriously don't think that anyone expected that. I thought that was wonderful, and
That was the Spanish Inquisition of season 4.
and the song was great. The song was actually really good. And at least for the very first part of it, we got to hear more of Peter New sing as well.
Can I have one question before we continue? Can I ask one question?
Yes.
You may. We're not.
Really? Why haven't you been talking this whole time?
What? Oh. Yeah, that's her. I don't know.
I haven't heard you talking this whole time.
I don't know.
Like, I'm shy and I'm still adding
okay.
to the conversation.
To be
Here's
fair,
the
it is
thing.
really
We've
hard
had-
to be heard in here. Like, I'm horrible
here's the
at
thing.
it.
We've had like 3 or 4 female guests in our time, and I think all of them except Amelia have been like really quiet. It's one of those things, I guess, where our personalities are way too bombastic, and some people just.
It's also where you're the only girl and you're listening to all the guys.
Don't know what that was.
I have no idea.
Blaze just went nuclear.
Did someone just like fall into a pool of
Sorry.
electric eels or something?
No, I was priming my chainsaw. I need to cut up the dead body I left in the backyard.
Oh.
Really, do you have
I
anything
know that
to
feel.
say about the last, I guess, 13 episodes we talked about that we might have spoken?
Let's see. Three's a Crowd. I love Discord song. The Weird Al episode. I totally love that one.
I know it's my favorite.
Yeah, I love Weird Al.
That's great.
Let's see what else.
There's actually there's a link. Aeon put a link to the episodes if you actually want to click on it. It's the first link from the call that
Yeah.
and then just click.
Yeah, I have that
season
open. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Get served, Blaze.
What?
Nothing. Talking to Blaze.
Oh.
Made fun of him.
Let's see. I don't know. I like episodes for their songs mostly. Like Bats, I loved the song in that one.
Yeah, Danny Elfman, and it was like the My Little Pony's version of Nightmare Before Christmas.
I know. That's
It reminded me a lot of this album
one of my
called
friends
Chess.
said that. My friend was just like, "So is this MLP Nightmare Before Christmas?" And I'm just like, "Oh my god, it is. It is."
A Russian
honestly,
dancing
I'd
head.
actually have to say that Bats is probably my number one favorite episode for the simple fact of freaking Flutterbat. That was just
Yes.
that was.
I mean,
That was one of the
For me,
better
that
moments
was
when the fandom
completely,
just
like, that was truly
mass-produced fan
original.
art.
And Flutterbat is now one of the most popular characters in the fandom right now because of that.
I don't know, it's faded back a bit, but
And we're still
still
mass-producing fan art at a decent rate of Flutterbat.
yeah.
Especially Rule 34.
So let's see.
So I'm guessing you like the Find the
Okay,
Music in You
right.
song, Real?
So after
Right, we were on Philly Vanilli. That's right.
Philly Vanilli. After that was Twilight Time.
I thought that was an interesting episode, mainly because of what the Crusaders were doing, specifically Apple Bloom.
Yeah, it was interesting to see what they were interested in learning. Like, I don't think I ever thought about the fact that Apple Bloom would be into potion making after spending so much time with Sakura.
Me neither. And that just sounded so cool. I'm like, oh, please let that be her cutie mark.
I know. That would be so awesome.
But for me,
Korra
this
could
is
be
what
a cutie mark.
for me, this is what didn't make sense personally about that episode. You have all these kids at the school. They had to have known that, with Applejack knowing Twilight, the whole grapevine thing, the kids at the school would have had to have known that in some way, shape, or form, the Cutie Mark Crusaders knew the princess. Or
Yeah.
Twilight
I guess I know what you mean there.
I mean,
and then it's like, oh my god, they suddenly realize, wait, you know Princess Twilight? It's like, no shit, they know Princess Twilight. Really?
Yeah, we know her. Our sisters
are her
all
best
friends
friends.
with her. And even Scootaloo's, what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say platonic, but that's that. Basically that. I want to say plutonic. I don't know why I wanted to say that. That's not the right word.
Platonic.
Totally not platonic.
No.
But no, what I would be interested in is the only parents we've actually seen this whole season are Pinkie Pie, Rarity, and Twilight. I would love to see the other three. I mean, we know that Applejack's parents are no longer around, but I would love to see Rainbow Dash's and
We've seen her dad.
We've seen her dad, yeah.
Well,
I'm saying,
kind of.
No, I mean,
The fanon has said that her mom is Firefly, but that's basically been since the what was it? Since I can't remember now.
No, but what I'm saying is that give their parents more of a personality. I mean, like, we don't see much. I mean, we only have seen them. The only voices we actually know are freaking Rarity's parents, and hell, we all know their dad's Magnum PI. And then, and so I would just be interested in seeing something more developing on the parents' front,
Rarity's parents are just.
I really just want to see Fluttershy's parents.
That would be actually really interesting. I'd like to see Scootaloo's parents, but that's kind of looking like that's not going to
exist. Aeon.
It's like Fluttershy wasn't born; she was created and she was raised by the birds.
She was raised by Timberwolves.
Maybe Scootaloo is like Fluttershy's secret daughter.
Well, no, somebody was actually, I was looking at a meme, somebody was making a joke about, how they were talking about how, Big Mac and Applejack weren't actually brother and sister, they were husband and wife, and Apple Bloom was their daughter, and it's like, no, we can't tell them. We need to let them know. No, that was a meme, and that would be horrible. That would just be horrible.
Well, I can see.
What is that great Granny Smith then?
Granny Smith x Twist. Make it happen.
Well, yes, obviously best ship, but this is not the point, PT.
I think we should probably move on. Get away from this topic. So
easy
after Twilight Time it ain't easy being breezy.
I like that episode.
I think that a lot of people were really worried about exactly what they were going to do with Breezy's after bringing him back from Gen 3. There's a lot of people that are up in arms about Gen 3, and the fact that they put it into Gen 4 was kind of a big deal.
3 was okay. It was 3.5 that was the horrible one.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, I did watch Runaway Rainbow. That wasn't all that great.
Not saying the other ones were good. We're just saying that 3.5 was the worst out of everything.
Well, yeah, I think.
But I really like Seabreeze's voice. It's like a Norse, Celtic.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
I like that. I like how it had like this whole race of like really tiny pony fly things, and then all this other stuff. Fluttershy dressed like a bee shaking her ass, and then there was Then I was not actually expecting that Rainbow Key in that episode. Like, that surprised me, because every other episode of the Rainbow Key before that had the character's name in it. Rarity Takes Manhattan.
I think that was a fluke. I really do think that was just a fluke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
I mean, but I guess I guess it does make sense because then
Spike
Twilight
fucked everything
had,
up in that episode.
well, yeah.
I really
God
was
damn it,
expecting
Spike, it's all
Twilight
your
Time
fault.
to have a key.
Yeah, I guess I was too.
Although when you think about it, Three's a Crowd technically should have had a rainbow key.
For
Who would
who?
have gotten it?
Because Discord had that little locket thing at the end of that episode, and then at the end of the finale, he had that one. You're basically
Yeah.
both made of gold, it's just they were different shapes.
Well,
and
I guess-
one meant more.
I guess that was kind of like, that could have been like a small reference to what was
the
to come,
hint, yeah.
but it was more like a
foreshadowing.
gag.
Ugh, gag. Funny, boys. I really liked your joke. 10 out of 10 would tell
Real
again.
these things.
So then, after Breezy's was Mod Pie?
Some pony to watch over.
Not
me.
odd.
No, not Mod. That's right.
Aw.
Some pony to
some
watch over
me. That's right.
Aw.
Some pony to watch over me was I don't know. It was not one that stuck out for me very much. Obviously, I couldn't
It
even
was
remember.
annoying. But once you put the helmet on top of the other helmets, I laughed quite a bit. But
Well,
other than
yeah.
that-
I mean, there was a lot of really good gags, but I just didn't see that as what Applejack's personality should be.
the
you
monster
know?
was lame.
I mean, from the previous episodes, you had Apple Bloom going into the Everforth by herself to visit Zecora. That's no problem. But then she becomes way too overprotective about to let her be alone at the farm, a place she's lived at for her entire life. Yeah,
I
no.
know. I love the
That was a
Chimera,
little too
though.
far.
No, Ponyville is the hive of scum and villainy. You can't leave any pony there alone.
That's why you need Mare-Duel.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh,
That's why I
God.
need the vigilante justice.
Darkwell
Darkwing
is
Duck.
not the hero they need, it's the hero they deserve. I think I screwed up that quote.
Quacktacular.
I need to rewatch the
Yeah,
Batman series.
You're supposed to have it. You're supposed to have it the other way around. I'm the hero they need, not the one they deserve.
I need to rewatch that, apparently. Actually, yeah, I have that on my little shelf of games and movies. But yeah, the Chimera was really interesting. I was kind of hoping that Apple Bloom would have befriended it by just giving it one of those pies, but then that whole action sequence with Applejack and the leather boots.
That was
happened.
pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
No, it was just supposed to be Apple Bloom going, buy some apples, over and over again until the monster just kills itself.
I know you can hear all Sherclop poems. Get to it.
Buy some apples, gun.
Some apples gun. So then, after that
Odd pie.
was Mod Pie.
Mod Pie. Everyone loves that for the same reason, mostly.
Because Mod
Mod's
is
a
awesome.
badass.
Yeah.
And what's funny is because, the synopsis for the episode was like, the main six have trouble
Like, Mod comes to
accepting.
visit, but the main six have trouble befriending her the same way her own sister does.
Well, yeah,
And then-
we know that she's different in some way. We didn't know how, in what way she would be different.
I think most of us were expecting like
In the
another
best way. Yeah, I kind
I
of like you to be
know how
mean.
stupid this sounds, but I still wish that she had shown a little bit more emotion.
I could have done with a little more emotion myself, but she
just
still made a
a
good impression.
A little bit more emotion.
I mean, it's great. Because mostly directors would go, you need to emote more. And with her, all the director had to do is go, you need to emote less.
I want you to be like a rock.
I want you to be like a rock.
Embrace the
Have
way
you,
of the
it's like,
rock.
have you ever watched Futurama? The neutral planet? Yeah, act like them. Tell my wife.
I have no strong
Hello.
feelings either way.
If I don't survive, tell my wife hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we got sued for copyright.
But,
Oh, someone's Skype's going off.
But anyway,
Fine.
so then it's like Mod Pie with that one. It was more like, I love the fact that at the very end, even though they have this hard time getting along with her, and Pinky's having a hard time with it. I love the end where they're like, yeah, I don't really like candy, but I do love Pinkie Pie. And it was really a good,
It was very sweet.
it was a really good feeling
Yeah.
to end the episode on.
That was more a sisterly episode than some pony to watch over me.
Yeah, honestly, it was.
So let's see. After Maud Pie, that was For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils.
Yeah.
That episode.
That was interesting.
I think the only real
Christmas
good
Carol
parts
episode.
was. I think the only real good parts was Adorable Sweetie Belle and Luna, and that's it, pretty much.
Yeah, that episode was like really sad.
And then Rarity went out if she would have snapped at some point. It's like, well, this isn't a kid's show. Luna's torturing a little child.
Well, obviously it wasn't, like a real freak out because it was,
It was
it was
just stuff.
kind
It
of
was
like
Luna
what
showing
could
her
have
what
happened.
can happen.
Yeah, but I love seeing Rarity freak out though. I mean, it's always great. I don't think we mentioned this about Rarity Takes Manhattan, but that freak out session that she had in Rarity Takes Manhattan was amazing.
Oh, so good.
So I mean, I liked seeing that. I did mention to everyone that it was like a Christmas Carol reference the entire time.
Yeah, and then I had to think about it before
obvious.
I realized that, and I'm like, oh my god.
One of the more obvious references
it all
there.
makes sense now. I didn't think about it. It wasn't until actually Firebolt told me, like, what, about a few hours afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Rill is like losing connection.
Yeah, she's having a hard time staying connected.
Oh.
So, and then there was Sapphire Shores. She made a new appearance again.
Yeah, I liked seeing Sapphire Shores again. Especially since there was a little bit. It was very slight, but there was some progression there, being that back in season 1 was the first time we saw her.
Oh yeah, season 1.
Season
way
1
back when.
was when she came. She's like I always make a point to see all the up and coming fashion stars, and then this episode was like this is my favorite fashion designer.
Rarity pretty much has it made.
Yeah, I mean, like you can see that her business has been evolving over the past 4 seasons.
And she likes dolphins.
She likes dolphins. That kind of came out of nowhere.
It was a really horrible design, actually. I didn't like it. It didn't go as well as the eye. It was atrocious, actually.
Didn't like the
The eye
dolphins.
looked way better. Praise Lord Smooths, by the way.
It did, yeah. Okay, of course. Praise Lord Smooths. The smoothiest.
So, let's see. That was For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils. I keep forgetting that name. After that was Leap of Faith.
And I think they played that out of order, didn't they? Like, I'm pretty sure, I think True Testing 1 2 3 was supposed to be like 19, but they played Leap of Faith before it or something like that. I don't know.
Leap of Faith about?
Leap of Faith was the Flynn Brothers episode.
Oh. Yeah, that one
That was fun.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they brought them back. However, they kind of played the same role they did in the first time around.
Yeah, basically.
The song was even the same thing. Literally, like...
I know, it's basically more Double D proving he was the better scam artist, but...
Yeah, there's that. And then, of course, it was a key episode, and featured a lot of Granny Smith in it, which is like, she buys all this tonic and is like, you do remember dealing with these people in the past, right?
I don't know. It's like, are you seriously going to fall for this twice? I know you're old, but your memory shouldn't be that bad.
Maybe.
Yet.
No.
What?
Here's the thing, though, is that in the first time around, when they had the Super Speedy Setter Squeezy 6000, it was a product that actually worked. It did work, you know.
It worked until they turned off what it was
The
supposed
quality,
to be doing.
they turned off the quality control, and then it kind of sucked. But I mean, the with the quality control on, the product actually worked. And in this one, it's purely just it doesn't work. It's not a real
snake
product.
oil, but I mean,
It is snake oil.
That's the point. Think about it. If they sink all their money into the super speedy cider squeezy 6000, and it got destroyed or it was ruined, so they couldn't do business with it anymore. They have no more money. What are they gonna do? The cheapest alternative to get more money.
A placebo.
Hey, what was it made with? It was made with like
pears and like some other.
What was it made with? I forget.
It was
apple leaves and
apple and basil. I don't know.
yes, I mean,
There was
yeah,
a pear.
Something
there was
like
not,
thought it
there
was
was not a
beets,
pear
yeah.
in there.
Whatever.
But yeah, beet juice and
No,
apple
Mytho,
leaves
they're
and stuff like
lines.
that.
They're not emeralds.
Sorry.
Actually, there's one thing I like to point out about the episode, that if Applejack's aim after Granny Smith jumped off that thing had been just a little wrong, Granny Smith would have been, like, decapitated and hung.
Oh God.
Well, maybe not decapitated, but still. It's like, just...
That's kind of morbid.
I know.
I still think
That's scary
it
when
would have
you
been
think
cool if
about
the
it.
Flim Flam Brothers had teamed up with Filthy Rich and like sold things.
That would have been good.
I haven't
That
never
actually
heard
be a good
that
combo,
before.
because then they could, like, stop bamboozling people. Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, it just would have been interesting, and you could have more.
It's a legit
I want to see more
business.
Diamond Tiara now. Like, I originally really hated her, but now I still hate her. But she's a good character. Like as soon as she sang in Pinky's episode, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
okay, there's
She's
some
got
good.
a
I did love.
bully
I did
archetype
love.
character, but it's just I still hate her for being the bully.
Well,
I just want development on her specifically because I want a reason for it.
And one thing I
like,
hate the most about her was just her making fun of Scootaloo's disability. It's like, you little.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Someone needs spanked over here. Where's your mother?
That's a good question.
knows?
Where is her mother? Because I have never seen her before.
I think everyone's
home?
fanon is that Suri Polomare from Rarity Takes Manhattan is her mother because, like, they act the same and their mains and coat kind of match almost.
Yeah, but she lives in Manhattan, doesn't she?
Well, her mother goes to Manhattan. She said that in a few episodes, I think. Like, she mentioned that in Twilight Time.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, she did. She did mention that her mother was going to Manhattan. She'd offered to let them come with her or something.
Yeah.
So then after that episode was trade, testing 1 2 3, right?
Yeah,
one of my
the
favorites.
Wonderbolt's history and, what, Twidash? Was that it?
It was the best
honestly
moral of all.
Well, yeah, what was funny about the moral was that, the show's kind of gotten away from every lesson needing to be a friendship lesson, because this one was, people learn in different ways. And,
it's not a friendship lesson, that's a life lesson.
Right, I mean, that's not a friendship lesson. And I like the fact that they're adding in a couple of these that actually, would have real meaning to the people watching it. And I love testing 1 2 3 simply because of the interactions between Twilight and Rainbow Dash, because the first 10 minutes of that episode were great. Loved it.
Oh, yes.
Loves it all.
It was basically exactly what you would expect if, like, Twilight tried showing something Rainbow Dash.
Right. And
Except she was an asshole about it.
Well, yeah. And then of course, I love, first of all, they have Pinky's rap, which, honestly,
like, it's not that
awful.
good, but it's good because they literally turned it back to VCR quality for a short time.
Yeah.
Beautifully, nostalgically.
It's like, oh my god, I'm back in the 80s. Pinky, what have you done?
Well, Pinkie Pie can transcend time, after all, so.
Obviously. She learned from Star Swirl.
Yes, of course.
She read the scroll before Twilight did.
It was under E. And then, best line out of that entire thing was when Applejack says, "Yeah, I couldn't learn anything about from this either." And Rarity's face.
Rarity's face.
Oh God, I loved
This is
it.
precious.
It was like
Rarity's
Spike's
just
face.
like that. Oh, okay, thanks, bitch.
Almost exactly like Spike's face, actually.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Except Spike had more of a "Are you serious?" look, but she had a really.
Yeah.
Just really dull mod like really.
And I think right before that, like, Rainbow Dash was talking about the costumes, and she's like, or something like that, and she says, "I'm going to ignore that comment out of the desire to help you."
That was great.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So, I mean, there were a lot of good lines out of the episode. Plus, anything involving Twilight and Rainbow Dash is really good. So, that one was also a really good episode of the season. Plus, you have Rainbow Dash rocking back and forth on that chair, and I just love that scene.
I finally got my pizza.
Spike's.
It was a really accurate representation of high school.
Spike's dumb face with that drum, which is hilarious.
And then someone made that PMV where they just had that loop and then played "She's Blue" in the background.
Yeah, you really liked that.
I did love that PMV. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I liked it too.
Okay.
I have
Nice,
pizza.
that was- Yay!
Dude, can I have some? Email it to me.
Wait. Is it the... Oh, I laughed harder than I should have at that.
It's cheese and pineapple pizza, actually. So.
Wow.
Oh, no, you can keep it.
I will, thank you.
If it's pepperoni
E.T.,
or
email me some.
cheese, good.
Email me some.
Okay, I'll fax it to you, Minto.
Oh, it's great. Thank you.
So now, what was after
Fax
testing 1, 2, 3? Was that Man?
That was Traja.
Okay, Traja was that was Traja. Traja.
The friendship episode.
Traja was great. And there was a lot of things that was going on. They split the group up into 3 again. Now you had Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash in one group. You had Rarity and Applejack in another, and then you had Pinkie and Twilight in another.
I thought it was boring.
I liked it because friendship.
It was pretty boring. Yeah.
Rare Jack is canon now.
It was a example on what friendshipping is.
But
like literally.
I just really have 3 things to say about it. 1, I thought it was kind of boring throughout it. 2, that it was just like really ridiculous how Rainbow Dash kind of just let Fluttershy go into some temporary slavery over a book. I don't know any amount of like things in your head blind to the fact that you're sending your friend off for months on end.
Listen,
for a book.
I would sell into slavery for a book. So I mean,
well, yeah,
I would sell
you're
all my friends into slavery if I gave me all the books of Project Horizons.
That's expected of you.
But the third thing is that the transitions were amazing because in every single transition they made between like the 3 different stories that were being told, you could see the others in the background, the last story.
Yeah.
So you would see like Rarity and Applejack, but then you'd see Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash walking the dog in the background.
Yeah.
Almost every single time, and that was awesome.
I know.
By the way, Orthros is one of the best new creatures this season.
Why didn't she keep him? Why did she trade him for a stupid bird whistle?
Because that's what she wanted. She wanted the bird whistle.
She should have wanted an Orthros more. It was so cool.
The dog was awesome.
living
She was
thing.
obviously taking great care of it.
Yeah, she knew all about it. It was a living thing. She loves living things. Why would she trade that for a hunk of wood that can summon birds?
Can't she
already
already
has
do
birds.
that with her voice?
Yeah, she's like Snow White, but more character.
She's Snow White with wings.
Oh, by the way, Discord lamps. Discord lamps happened. That
was interesting. I'm like, Discord lamps. There's a whole stall for this. What?
That was way
Where
too
did they
outplayed.
get them? Did he hire Discord to just turn stuff into lamps?
Oh God, I hope so. I hope so.
The Make-A-Wish guy.
Well,
was
was it the Make-A-Wish guy that was getting the Discord lamps?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
But it was like
so
the
that's
Discord lamps
why that guy looked like an
shallow,
OC.
kind of interesting reference. It didn't make a lot of sense in context.
You didn't know about that whole thing?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it was an
I
OC.
always thought he looked
Well,
like some
different.
OC. I'm like, okay, he's got the two-tone hair, he's got some fancy-looking thing, and I'm like, all right, so he's an OC.
It broke the rules of like the colors
Oh,
though
what's wrong with
of the
two-tone hair?
OCs in the canon show, and that's why it looked so different. He was from Make-A-Wish.
Right. I mean, overall, it wasn't horrible, or anything like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think horrible.
I think it's great.
I had more problem with the lamps than him. I just thought the lamps were kind of a weird reference to make.
Because, I mean,
They were very
the first thing I said is, do they really have a disabled pony in here? And I'm like, that's
why?
that's what first, caught me off.
But when you think about it, they also had, like, a pony in that kind of makeshift wheelchair back in Leap of Faith.
And I mean,
There were so many
Snails.
fucked up ponies in that episode.
Snails is already disabled, so.
But then you get to Traja, and there's this dude with his fancy wheelchair, and it's like, well, healthcare at its best here.
Yeah.
They must be in Canada.
Oh, Canada.
You're supposed to laugh.
Oh
yeah. Rare Jack, all I have to say in Traja. It was so good.
So yeah, I mean, I love the interaction between the characters because they also did the same thing with Castlemania, and it was kind of the same way where it was like,
Castlemania.
You get to see, it's a lot easier to see interactions between two people than it is to see interactions between, 6 people. So when they split the group up, it makes it easier.
I still like my the double princess power. That was great.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
See, after Traja was Inspiration Manifestation.
Yes. Or Spike fucking up again.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Spike's little comic book thing.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know why they had this book in the castle in the first place. And then he's like, well, if I wasn't supposed to get it, it wouldn't be so easy to get to. And
it was behind a wrought iron door, and the floor collapsed behind you. And to even open the way to this wrought iron door, you had to pull a hidden book in the wall like it's Scooby-Doo.
Well, we already know that castle is from
Spike's only use in the show.
I mean, yeah, perfectly
time.
obvious.
He's just a really cheap plot device half the time in the show.
I was actually expecting it to be a Sparity episode, and then it's like, nope, it's just a Psychopath Rarity episode. This is very interesting.
It was a great episode.
Scaredy.
There you go. I like that. But and it was what was it?
The beginning of Nightmare Rarity.
The lesson was you should tell your friends no, even if they don't want to hear it. I think
I like how angry Twilight was at the end of it with Spike.
No means no.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a different lesson, but I thought the episode itself was fairly good. And then just the thing at the end, Twilight's like, don't ever take a book out of the castle without asking first.
She's like, Spike,
Especially
I want you at my side at all times. Never leave again. You could fuck up the world.
Exactly.
That's what's great about Spike. He has the power to destroy everything, but he doesn't.
That's because he can't. He has to accidentally use this power. He can't just purposely use it.
Only reason he hasn't destroyed the world yet is he hasn't found the button yet.
Yeah,
we don't need Derpy. We have
like
Spike.
Jack, always looking for that big red button.
I want to see a ship between Spike and Derpy. I've never thought about that before.
Oh God.
Yeah,
It's probably gonna
My new thing. Twist X Granny Smith and Spike X Derpy. It's gonna happen.
Crack shipping.
Spurpy.
That might have already happened.
Yeah, can we call it
Or
Spurpy?
Dyke. Sorry.
Man,
No, God.
I'm gonna look this
That
up
would
real
be
quick.
bad. Not
I
sure how
was saying
effective that would be.
I said it's either going to be Spurpy or Dyke, and both of those sound really bad.
God.
Really? That's what thing.
Really quick,
twist.
is that an
About
offensive,
this
really
Spike,
offensive word,
comma,
or is
Derpy.
it not?
I'm seeing very little stuff that looks like shipping.
Huh?
Well, apparently apparently my filters got turned off. Where am I right now?
I mean, hey man,
come back to us.
that tongue will make those eyes go uncrossed.
Well, anyway,
Good.
I think we're going to
That's gonna be the
move on.
tagline.
Well, let's get back on topic.
Half a future
Right.
Tumblr in the making.
So after
You have
that was
topics?
Equestria Games, and I was very
Oh,
very
was
interested
funny.
in
it was awesome, but it was just painful to watch.
Cloudtail.
I
There's the
I think my
I
favorite
don't
part was where Applejack smacked him on the back of the head.
dumbass.
I know. It's just like, oh no.
Now
I literally had to mute my TV when he started singing. I'm like, no.
here's the thing. I don't know if I listened to the entire thing or not. I think I might
I
have,
did.
but it was very, very cringeworthy. I was cringing the
horrible.
entire time. I know people that couldn't do it. That
so
just could not.
It was like I said, monsters under the bed position, feet on the chair.
My friend kept saying, okay, why isn't Spitfire and Rainbow Dash and anyone else trying to stop him? It's clear he's not doing it right.
I know.
I think they were too
Spitfire
busy
and
putting their hooves
aren't
over their
they
ears.
from Cloudsdale? Shouldn't they be stopping them just out of
you don't understand.
patrioticness?
They were in awe of Spike's talent, raw talent.
Yes.
He was on the
Right.
X Factor. I think. God, what is the British guy's name? I can't remember him now. Damn it!
Like, you're no longer the new Rainbow Dash. I'm taking that right away from you, Spike.
Come on, who's the mean British guy on
From what?
America's Got Talent?
I've never seen that show.
Simon Cowell.
It's not Simon Cowell. Or is it Simon Cowell?
It's not America's Got Talent, probably. I think I messed that up. Whatever, Simon Cowell would be amazed.
Right.
Here to his eye.
I mean, I literally think that was the thing that stood out the most about that episode was just the awful, horrible singing.
I was just really thankful that the episode didn't go in any of the directions that it's set up to go in, like Twilight being afraid to tell him he doesn't have mind powers. I was really afraid that was going to be what the episode was going to be about. It's so stupid.
That was fantastic. I love that.
I let out all this pent up stress I was holding as soon as she said mind powers, and I'm like, thank God.
I don't think it was pent up stress there, dude.
I think another funny part was, like, me and my friend were watching the new episode, and that dude screws up and hits that cloud with the ice pole, and we immediately make Hunger Games and Legolas jokes immediately. It's like, well, he's not competing next year. They're probably going to have to replace him with Katniss Everdeen. Or
I don't know.
probably
I think I thought of a few Frozen jokes off of that as well. But
I just thought, damn.
Damn. Well, it was actually a really epic way to end the episode. And you know, I don't know where Spike got the umbrella from at the last second, but
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, you just kind of
Everything about that scene came out of
He
nowhere.
has many pockets in his scales.
Right, of course.
No, he has umbrellas stashed all over Equestria in case of an umbrella emergency.
Even on his back.
Yeah.
Or maybe, like, in a split second, he fashioned the umbrella out of his scales.
Wow, that would be impressive.
That would be
Hey,
impressive.
Dexter did it. Dexter's Lab. You press the button and suddenly a robot appears. I don't know.
See, Equestria Games. Then after that, we had the finale,
Right.
which I really liked that finale.
Thank you. Someone else who likes the finale.
Hey, I love the
the
finale.
finale.
Okay, everybody likes the finale except for me, Lightning. Why do you say finally
Well,
somebody
that's-
else?
Actually, you and Amelia. I don't think have you talked to Amelia about the finale yet? Because
No, I haven't.
she was
No, I
very,
haven't.
very disappointed.
Good. Finally,
I was
somebody on my
expecting
side.
Rainbow Power. I thought it was awesome how they introduced it, though.
I mean, we're going to talk about this a little bit more in just a little bit, but I think the biggest question now is where are they going from here? So
It's probably
Season 5.
let's wait till the villain shows up and then magically open the chest. And probably for conflict, it might be like one of the main six betrays them or is like in a coma or unconscious or something, and they can't open the chest to combine their powers like Captain Planet.
Or
Well, now,
Fluttershy's dead.
the question is, no, but the chest is gone now. It sank into the ground and created the tree.
Oh.
So I think, like, I'm wondering if this is literally like Super Saiyan powers, where they can turn them on and off.
They can make it in the tree now. The tree is the chest, so like they can just go.
No,
in the tree
that's
and
a
do it.
Captain Planet bullshit where they all have to announce their element, you know.
Oh, I hope they don't.
You mean kind of like how
Oh God, if they do.
like in the Twistria
the
Girls,
Odyssey.
before they like kick
Oh, hang on,
Sunset
and
Shores in the head.
Fireball or lightning. To answer your question of where they're going from here, here's your answer: Rainbow Rocks.
Well, yeah, but
Can't
I mean,
wait.
that's I have to see what they're doing with that, because why the hell would Twilight be going back in the first place? But anyway,
They're shooting
Have you
themselves in
seen
the
the
foot.
sassy hamster?
what?
I have not seen
Sassy
most of the
hamster in
animated
Rainbow
shorts.
Rocks.
The sassy hamster.
He's got so much sass with his little scarf. You'll see him.
Little-
He's the buff one.
Yeah, he's the buff one. Yeah.
So sassy.
Actually, I've only seen like maybe 2 of the animated shorts. I've yet to watch the rest
all.
of them.
I've seen
Watch
all
them
of them so
Do
far.
it.
I've
So amazing.
seen the Vinyl Scratch one because that was really popular.
That one
And
was
then
really
all
cool.
all I ever saw were like hints at what the next ones were, and I never actually saw them because I didn't know they came out. But then I realized they came out, and then I saw the Guitar Centered. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, Rainbow
the best
Dashes.
ones are
Rainbow
Pinkie Pie
Dashes is really good.
and Five
I loved Rainbow Dashes. Fluttershy's was pretty. I wasn't.
I'm probably
very
gonna watch
impressed
those
with
later tonight.
Sassy
Fluttershy's.
hamster man.
Yeah, but I mean, literally, like epic transformation during a tambourine solo just doesn't make any sense.
Dude, what do you want from her? Ukulele?
Still
She's
makes
got
me
a
laugh.
tambourine.
The didgeridoo,
Triangle.
Did you redo there?
Like Didgeridoo don't, am I right?
a lute. I don't know.
And then let's see here. Rarities was. I mean, that was kind of interesting.
I really need to see the Rarity one because I hear like the
But
human
Pinky's was
version of
awesome.
the Diamond Dogs are there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they are.
'Cause I'm a big fan of the Diamond
does.
Dogs.
She pulls wicked moves on a guitar.
But Pinky's was awesome. I love the Pinkie Pie one.
She's like Animal from the
Yeah,
Muppets.
she is. So who are we missing? Applejack and Twilight, right?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Applejack and Twilight.
Hope Applejack has like an electric banjo.
What
She's playing
what the
bass.
fuck?
She's playing bass.
What the fuck are they gonna do for a bass player?
Banjo.
That's the most boring person in a band.
That's Applejack.
There you go.
They're gonna have like a Spike episode, and she'll just be playing the bass in the background, and that'll be her episode.
Yep.
What is Spike gonna do?
I don't know. He's
gonna be like the-
the
He's
mascot.
a dog. He's the mascot.
He's the
Yeah.
mascot.
No, you forget. No, Lightning. It's gonna be Applejack's little episode, and Derpy will show up and fucking tip everything over, and that's just it. Nobody will remember even Applejack was in that episode.
It's like Applejack was in that episode. Where was she? I didn't see her.
And Derpy will show up
Derpy
playing
got-
the.
Shit.
So
Yeah,
I don't know what.
basically, so basically, you got the leader, the Lancer, the smart guy, the big guy, the chick, the Sixth Ranger, and then Spike, the team mascot.
right.
Hey.
Teen Wolf.
Hooray for TV
Teen Wolf.
tropes.
Like
Oh,
the-
it's ruined my life.
Well, now that we've gotten through all the episodes and everyone kind of remembers what they were all about, overall feelings for the season.
I
liked it.
loved it.
I'm not gonna call it the best season yet, but out of the 4, I'd say it's number 2 on my list.
Yeah,
It
same
had
here.
my favorite
Season
episode.
3 was my
Yeah,
number 1. It was short, but like all the episodes were just
I oughta-
bam, like really
Get
good.
out right now! Get out!
No, I'm staying right here.
Nobody says season 3 is number 1. Fucking nobody.
I do.
However, I don't think season 3 was not a horrible season. It was better than season 1.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Anything's better
I
than
don't know.
season 1 now that you look back on it. Listen, okay, season 4 is gonna be my number 2. Season 3 is gonna be my number 3. Then number 1 is gonna be my season 2. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you on that one, BT. I'm pretty sure that's the same way I would rank it as well. However, season 4 was a very, very close second. I mean, we're talking the difference between season 4 and season 2 was the premiere and the finale.
I can say
that was
season 4
that was the
and
difference.
season 2, they were both great, but for different reasons. And I can't quite say what those reasons are because I don't remember season 2 well enough. All I remember is Return of Harmony.
Not Return of the Jedi?
Well, in Candlelight Wedding, of course, right?
Huh?
In Candlelight Wedding, Mytho?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Changelings, they're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you really
everyone
can't
can tell
beat
with my profile
Changelings.
pic.
I mean, honestly, as good as Tyrek was...
Tyrek was cool, but he was a returning villain when you thought about
Definitely the best
And
season opener.
he's a Was he a centaur?
2.
He was a centaur, yeah.
I would call him a centaur, yeah.
I wanted to think Minotaur, but I'm like, no, wait, that's something different, isn't it?
That was
Minotaur.
My
Iron
memory's
Will.
a bit fuzzy. He's a centaur, and that's new, but it's also old because we know that they're in the universe. Kind of like with Breeze.
We haven't seen anything since Gen 1, and Gen 1 is not necessarily canon up until this point. It's like, so...
I mean, like, Timberwolves, Changelings, Diamond Dogs, they were all awesome, and they only, have one episode each, and they haven't really returned, and we all want them to return, basically.
Timberwolves have been in a couple.
Yeah, Timberwolves have been in a
Timberwolves have been in multiple episodes.
We got different kinds of
I want to
Timberwolves,
see someone with a pet Timberwolf. That'd be awesome.
Can we see,
Apple Bloom adopts one.
Can we see sea ponies? I want sea ponies.
Can we see a Timberwolf puppy? That would be adorable.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And
Apple Bloom has like a Timberwolf puppy, and then Applejack's like, you can't have those in the house. They're varmints. And then she's like, no, this one's nice. It's Airbud. It does basketball.
The whole episode is Applejack trying to prove that Timberwolves are not good pets, and then that Timberwolf basically proves it is a good pet, and it's like, okay, life lesson is sometimes tough.
And then all of a sudden Octavia comes in with the fucking ASPCA commercial, with, in the arms of an angel playing in the background. Timberwolves.
There's a lot. There's a lot of this going on right now. A lot of hashtag Save Tree going on right now.
Not anymore.
Well,
talking about
Save Tree. What's that?
Save Tree. They were talking about. Oh well, now the library is gone. Damn. What now?
Oh yeah, big fucking loss.
The new one sucked ass.
Yeah. It's not
by
that
the way,
bad. The only problem is that she can't really replace those books.
Yeah,
easily.
By the way, did the castle not make any sense to you guys? Because it was supposed to be shaped like a tree, and then the first thing we see is a long hallway that they walk down.
It's shaped like a playhouse.
I want them to explain that. I want them to go through the whole new palace thing and explain, how it's kind of shaped. Is it kind of dimensional? Is it bigger on the inside? Is it the TARDIS?
It's bigger on the inside.
I was going to say, is it the TARDIS or something? Shit.
It's almost like it was designed, from a toy or something.
Dude, this could be a conspiracy. You need to blog about this. Equestria Daily will back that shit up.
By the way, I wanted to mention something that I think I forgot to mention during the season finale review, was that Tyrek was a really cool villain when he first appeared, and then he completely changed personalities. The first thing
most people change personalities when they get enough power.
But the first thing he said was really cool. Is he friend or is he foe? The pony wonders. And then after that, it's like, I want your magic, and it's
like, man, I will suck out all your magic right now.
So, I thought he was going to be a really cool, philosophical villain, kind of like Discord was.
I could have been sucked out grapefruit this whole time.
And then he wasn't. Oh, God, Mytho, don't.
I also want to point out how messed up Discord's magic looked when Tyrek sucked it out of him.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's
awesome.
It's like interdimensional messed up magic just pouring right out of him.
Magical splooge.
So now before
I have a feeling that's what Pinky's insides looks like.
Before we get into some more specifics, since we just went over the episodes, I am actually going to go ahead and reveal the top 10 episodes of the season because over the last 2 weeks or whatever, I asked a bunch of people in this chat to submit their lists for the top 10, and what I did is I just combined all of them into one. So this
I don't think I did that, but all right.
No, not you. It was. I mean, the people.
Oh, you mean a different chat? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Gilmore, you suck. Yeah.
So I mean, so there was a lot of input into this list. So it's not just one person's opinion. It's more like the entire group. So
Yes.
This is what we all decided on, and I'll start with number 10, and we'll count down. Okay.
Got it.
Number 10 was Princess Twilight Sparkle. That was
Okay.
It was good. It was real good. We already discussed this earlier, but it was real good.
Number 9.
No, that was really good.
Number 9 was Testing 1 2 3.
Cool.
Okay.
That was good.
Number 8
All good.
was Bats.
Cool.
Yes. That should not be on the list anywhere.
I disagree. I love that episode.
I disagree. Politely.
I think a lot of people disagree because it's on the list.
Yeah, it's on the damn list. Number 7 is Three's a Crowd.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Number 6 is Power Ponies.
I think that should be farther down the list, but okay.
That should be further up the list. I mean,
I don't know what you guys are talking about because I don't know what direction you're talking about.
Down is like towards number
Down
1.
is better? Okay.
no, up is
better?
towards number 1. I mean,
Well, we're
What's
counting
up,
down
guys?
the list.
We're agreeing, but you're disagreeing about how you're agreeing.
yeah.
Anyway, number 5 is Pinky Apple Pie.
It was good.
Okay.
It was real good.
Number 4 is Twilight Time.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I liked what Apple Bloom was doing, but I wouldn't say it was a fantastic episode.
Number 3 is Philly Vanilli.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
very much yes.
No.
No, I don't think we discussed this, but isn't that like a reference to like a band from the 80s that caught with lip syncing?
It's not a band, but a single person, which was Millie Vanilli was caught lip syncing. Yep. Number 2 is Twilight's Kingdom.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I fucking disagree. Who the fuck got it up that far?
A lot of people like it. BT,
Yeah.
it was really cool.
Sorry, BT, you're the only.
wasn't.
BT, you're the only one. You're the only one that didn't like it. So everyone else's list had it on there.
I would put it at an obligatory number like 9 or 10, and I think that's it. How did it get up to number 2?
Well,
People like it. What's number 1?
Because it was so good.
Number 1 is Pinky's Pride. Now I want to make.
Okay,
yes,
there we go.
it is.
I want to make.
Pinky
I
Pride?
want to make this completely clear. Pinky's Pride got 30 votes. Twilight's Kingdom got 29 votes.
I call bullshit.
I do
I
not.
disagree with that highly, but whatever, as long as it won.
So anyway,
It should
Pride,
win.
Pinky's Pride did win because it was, without a doubt, the best episode of the season, just with the amazing songs that it had. More than one.
The animation.
The special guest
And cheese
Weird Al.
sandwich. And boneless, of course. Special
Boneless.
guest boneless.
I love how they make Gummy immediately into
Voice
a real life
by Steven
alligator.
Spielberg.
Yeah, I love that. Gummy is now a real life alligator. And I love the fact that when they had the scene with the real life boneless, apparently that was shot in Daniel Ingram's basement, or
Was the alligator
It was
also
in-
shot
it
in
was
Giant
in Jason.
Ingram's
I
basement?
It was
seriously doubt
Jason.
that.
It was Jason Thiesen's basement.
Jason
He made it out
Thiesen's
of like
basement.
balloons and rice or something like that.
It was
Who
ridiculous.
was whose basement was the alligator shot in?
I don't know. Yours, because you live in Florida.
Oh, basements are not a thing around here. You dig down 2
Most
inches and you
people have
got
basements here in Nebraska, but that's because tornadoes suck.
Tornadoes suck.
They also blow.
Yeah,
They
I
blow.
I will agree with that. They do blow.
They blow
as
with
well.
the force of a train. Mostly. Most of them.
Sound like a
So-
tree.
So that was our top 10 list.
So happy.
And
I liked it.
I feel like I completely agree with that.
No.
Yeah,
BT, you're not going to agree with
BT
anything.
Yeah,
okay?
BT doesn't.
Completely agrees with this list.
5 out of 6 doctors completely agree with the list. Yeah.
I was going to make that joke a while ago.
So anyway,
I'm glad you did.
so a couple of specifics that we should talk about with season 4. I want to mention that there seemed to be a season-long sub-arc with Discord that kind of led up to the finale, and it was I didn't even realize it until the finale that they had been.
I'm not
up
realizing
to
it
this
until
the
you're
entire season.
pointing it out just now.
Huh?
I'm not realizing it until you pointed it out just now.
I mean, he was in a lot of episodes this season, like more than any other season. And
Well, yeah.
Actually, he was only introduced last
He
season.
had like what two in the
I mean, never
premiere,
mind. Shut up.
one in a filler episode, and then he's got 4, right? 4 in season 4.
I guess so.
I
mean,
think because there's the 2 premiere, then there's no wait 5.
Yeah, I guess it'd be 5.
2
Yeah.
finale, and then there were 2 in the middle. Wait.
Hold up. What?
2, 4, 6. He was in 6 episodes.
Wait.
My math is bad.
What was he in other than?
There was Three's a Crowd, and then I'm messing up here.
So I'm gonna go off pony topic for a second to bring something gaming related.
Why?
Really? Why?
Because I just saw this.
The best one.
No. I just saw this and it's very interesting. Nintendo is releasing a GameCube-inspired controller for the Wii U in time for the new Super Smash Brothers.
That's
But-
super awesome,
but-
but not.
It's really cool.
Isn't the classic controller kind of the same thing? I don't know.
No,
but
you
anyway.
ever play with a GameCube controller?
I never had a GameCube.
You're missing out.
I had a
GameCube
Genesis,
is the
a
best
Dreamcast,
system
and then
ever.
PS1, and then it kind of went up from there.
I'm becoming more and more tempted to take you out back and shoot you.
Dude, don't all yell at him.
You'll have a chance. You'll see him in
Oh,
Fiesta
guys,
Crestia.
spoiler.
Anyway.
Hey, I'm a changeling. That doesn't mean you have to kill me.
yeah,
At least you have one change.
You don't understand.
You replace Surefire.
you can. You're replacing Surefire.
He's already got enough holes in his body.
Unicorn Master Race.
So now, I mean, did anyone else see the whole Discord sub arc and like
Yes,
how
it was made very evident last episode.
it concluded the last episode, which I think ended extremely well. We actually have a pretty much solid foothold now that Discord is good and that he is actually friends with everyone. That was pretty much well established at the
Clear
very
he
end.
was at the end. He was so nice and so sad.
I mean, just the entire end sequence with him betraying the others, Fluttershy's reaction to that, and then just getting betrayed himself. It was all really good,
It was real good.
It was real good.
I liked it real good.
I mean, there's not much I can say about it, just other than it was good. I enjoyed it. This is not necessarily season 4 related, but it's going to be something coming up really soon that might tie in a bit. Did you guys hear about Equestria Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
I
no.
told me
about
about
it.
it.
I did not. What is this?
Equestria Academy is the confirmed
another-
side series.
I was wondering when they were going to make a side series.
Yeah,
Wait,
another
this
one
is
was
a
saying for
Equestria Girls
Hasbro
side
grabbed
series?
it.
it's the Equestria
Yes,
Girls
it
side
is.
series. Yeah.
I saw this
Because
coming
Hasbro is making
the
enough
moment
fucking money.
Pinky basically mentioned that there is, in fact, a Twilight in their universe, and I'm like, okay, that's side story material here. They're totally making a side series or something of this eventually.
Oh yeah, because Hasbro has to milk everything to fucking death.
Well, yeah.
I called it, like, back when I first saw the
Fucking
movie.
Everybody called it.
Hey,
Probably, because it
don't
was
bring
a
us
little
down.
obvious.
He did good.
I mean, the movie did well, apparently. I mean, you know, that's...
I'm hoping they
Well,
don't,
it's
like,
not
with
in theaters,
with
man.
Rainbow Rocks, I hope they don't do what they did last time and only preview it in certain theaters.
Well, they're not going to
first of
preview
all,
it at all in
yeah,
theaters.
first of all, it's not
I
in
live like a
theaters at
good
all.
800 miles from the first theater that was closest to me that had
And
it.
Rainbow Rocks is direct to DVD.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
know. Thank God.
No,
That means I
not
just
thank
bypass
God.
it.
I'm really
Oh,
disappointed
crap.
about that.
Yeah.
It makes it much easier just to dismiss it as crap. Now.
I'll buy it, and then me and my friend will get tacos, and
Or
we'll watch it again, and we'll both think we're high. Because when we've watched Equestria Girls, this is the first time we got tacos for lunch, and the moment we start eating, because we were kind of half paying attention, the theme song started playing, and we were like, what the hell is in these tacos? What have you done to me, Taco John?
Taco John.
Yeah, I know
That's
that
the taco place, Taco John's.
Yeah, I know, but everyone thinks like if you're talking about a taco place, everyone's just going to assume Taco Bell.
That's the funny thing, because some old friends of mine that live in like Louisiana and Florida, I say, oh, I just got some Taco John's. What's a Taco John's? I'm like, excuse me? What? Where do you live again? They don't have Taco John's there?
Whataburger?
I'm never going there.
A Huda Burger.
Oh God.
What?
So season 4, songs were a big deal. Like way before the season even started, the songs were a big deal.
Because we wanted more because season 3 was so short.
Yeah, and you know, I think that this season really delivered on good songs. Like
definitely.
I don't know if there was a song that I necessarily didn't like. Besides maybe the rap.
I think Hearts as Strong as Horses. That was the only one I didn't really like. And Spike's song.
I'm gonna say
that's not even a real song.
I know, but that was.
I'm gonna say the part of the plan or play your part, whatever that finale song was, the very first one. I didn't like it.
One where like everyone got to sing.
First of all, it was like the best.
Remember that
song
lightning?
Ever,
Remember that lightning? The lyrics don't matter. Remember that lightning? Yeah, you fuck.
First of all, it was like the best song ever. Secondly, there was a lot worse. There was a lot worse than that. So.
Hearts as Strong as Horses wasn't that good to me, but
well,
every other song after that was pretty good.
Hearts as Strong as Horses I liked a lot. And then
I liked it,
and then I started to like it less the more I heard it. And, you know, to the point where now it's like, well, okay, I'll listen to it if it's on my iPod, but, you know, I'm not going to, like, search for it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I liked the song, but it was one of those ones that just deteriorated the more I listened to it. I think the same thing with Generosity as well.
I like that.
I don't like Generosity anymore.
Generosity was not a good song.
No, it was a good song simply because I got to watch Spike's hot dog thing get taken away by an eagle bird pigeon thing.
That was a cardinal
burger.
Like, oh, there it goes, and then Spike's like, God damn it.
And then, you know, Applejack being a jack. Yeah, that happened. That was the thing.
Jack Apple?
Wait, what happened?
Applejack.
Applejack lifted up the tax like a car jack.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did the
right.
same thing.
So I thought that was funny. But I mean, then you had Pinky's Pride, and Pinky's Pride had amazing songs. All of them were amazing. Pinky the Party Planner was really good. The Goof Off obviously made number 4 on our list. And I was surprised. I was surprised more people didn't vote for Pinky's Lament. Because that was...
I think everyone forgot about it.
Everyone forgot about Pinky's Lament.
I didn't know the name.
No, it was not on my list because I like Goof Off more. And I feel I could only have one song per episode on my list.
You cannot. You don't have to. You can have more than one. Piggy's Pride deserves more than one.
I'm gonna see what my list was real quick. I don't know what I sent that.
I put both the Lament and the Goof Off on there because the Lament was so good.
I think the problem with me is that, like, I couldn't, like, with Season 4, I couldn't just have a top 10 list because after about maybe 5 or 6 favorite episodes, I'd start just putting random stuff in there because I can't really pick.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually really hard for me to come up with a top 10 list because I liked more than 10 episodes. And so, I mean,
it was easy for me.
Yeah, I know it was easy for you.
See, here's how the list should have went, okay, for the episodes. I can tell you right now. Number 10 was supposed to be Equestria Games. Number 9, Twilight's Kingdom Part 2.
Are you saying your list?
Like how you say how it was supposed
So BC, you're just saying this is your list, and that's how it should have been.
Yes, my list.
No,
this is how it should have been. Yes.
BC, you can't do that because
Yeah.
we already said you can't have a top 10 list that's one person's opinion. It doesn't work that way.
I disagree.
Of course you disagree. It's your fucking list.
I humbly disagree with your disagree.
If somebody is right enough, then they can like surpass everybody else's opinion. So
yeah, but you're not. That's right at all.
I am very right.
So
handsome and smart.
Right. Anyway, we're going to steer away from that because that's just not going to happen. So
steer away from the little fourth grader argument that was brewing.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Have you never listened to Fanatical? I mean, fourth grade argument is like a description.
So now I have one question for you guys. Back when we were preparing for season 4, what did you want to see that you didn't see?
I wasn't prepared for
Avia or Vinyl Scratch.
Technically, they both showed up in the same episode.
Yeah, they didn't talk.
I was
though.
more interested to see all those claimed, somewhat not true, but would have loved to have seen it episodes that they were talking about. Like, I forgot who it was at a convention that even was talking about one of the episodes where quote unquote Fluttershy turns into a dragon. I mean, like, oh, why didn't they put that in?
That was Andrea Libman.
No, it was not. That was
yes, it was.
That was Tabitha St. Germain.
Whatever.
And
it was her getting confused about Dragon Shy. Come on.
Well, she was trolling everyone.
Yeah, either she was confused or she was trolling everyone. So.
It would be a good idea for an episode, though. Okay, I gotta admit.
I mean, I was disappointed that we didn't get to see something a little bit more epic with the opener, with the season opener. Like right now, the season finale seems to be the big gross in season 2. And the season openers are kind of like, they're there, you know. I mean, Sombra was the fucking villain for season 3 opener, and what a waste that was.
Yeah.
And this one, it was just as bad because the fucking enemy was Discord's mistake. I mean, not even Discord himself, it's something he did.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I was not overwhelmed by the premiere, which is why it didn't really make it high on my list. But I still liked the fact that we got some history lessons out of it, though. That was another
great.
thing.
I like getting more history.
That was one thing that I really wanted out of season 4. I wanted to see more history. Wanted to see some more origin stories, and that we definitely did get in season 4.
I kind of want them to keep up the trend with, like, bringing back old villains, kind of like what they did with Trixie. I want them to, like, bring back the Diamond Dogs and do something with them, and maybe the Changelings at the very least, because they're so cool. You kind of, at least,
Changelings deserve to come back again.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
And I think, at least, I know most of us in this group were hoping for Chrysalis to return for season 4. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the most we ever get about seeing our kind of fan favorite one episode things ever again are the comic books.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was one where the Diamond Dogs like had this like cave painting and it had like a David Bowie-esque looking thing.
I mean, yeah, it's direct. No, I mean, yeah, it's a direct reference because David Bowie had a song called Diamond Dogs. So.
Yeah.
Diamond Dogs.
Diamond Dogs, Diamond. That's a good song.
Anyway.
I mean, not David Bowie's, Eurobeats.
Yeah, I know. That's why I stopped singing it. I'm like, well.
And speaking of Euro anything, did you guys see the freaking Europop 2014 this year?
No. Don't care
What?
either.
Oh my
So,
God, this one, I don't even know if it's a guy or a girl. It was either a bearded lady or a very feminine looking man.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Okay.
Oh, that guy. That was Crossdresser.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Sure?
What's going on here?
It's hard to tell,
That's
dude.
not really related to ponies, but yeah, there was, I believe, I've read the news article right, that a cross-dressing or a different term, I don't know, singer was basically completely female-looking, except he had a beard. So,
Yeah.
it was a guy.
So,
It was a guy.
Miley Cyrus? What's going on?
Yes, Miley Cyrus, obviously. Billy
No,
Ray Cyrus
it
is
was
very proud.
Euro. It was what was the
He breaks
contest?
the heart.
Euro.
What are we talking
I
about?
have no idea anything other than that, but I really think we should go back to talking about ponies
Yeah.
and finish up
I don't know
this
what we were talking
thing.
about
I gotta
anyway,
go to
but
bed
let's go back
soon.
to ponies.
I gotta get up at like 7. I gotta get up at like before 6:45 to go to breakfast.
I gotta get up at like the crack of noon because I have nothing to do tomorrow.
I wish I had
I gotta go
nothing
to a
do tomorrow.
con
I'm
tomorrow,
graduating.
so I'm gonna get up at like probably 10 o'clock, maybe, That way I can leave
Graduating
at
on
11 and get there
Saturday.
by about noon. Yes, congratulations, Mytho. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you for the pun. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what...
Firebolt, you
my
don't
best
get a
friend Kevin
thank
and I,
you.
we
You
kinda-
just stole it right there. I saw you do it.
Wait, what? What?
You stole it directly from him.
Stole what?
Well, here's the thing. My friend Kevin...
Stole the congratulations.
My best friend Kevin and I, we had a joint graduation party, and we used to make that pun all the time. Graduations, and so our parents put that on the graduation cake. It was really
I mean,
awesome.
I don't.
I'm glad my
I don't
parents did not know of that pun.
I don't remember when I heard that,
Congratulations.
but like I remember when I graduated, people were using that. So I mean,
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember who was using it at the time, but anyway. So I think we can wrap this up because we've pretty much talked about season 4
I
thoroughly.
was having so much fun.
Give it a thorough scrub down.
Just I guess any final thoughts?
Rarajack is best ship.
My microphone smells good.
Aeon, you are now my mortal enemy. So, I mean, there's that.
Aww, alright.
It's not
Okay.
not in my top 3, but it's an interesting ship though.
I like how I never thought of it as anything until like the Crystal Empire episode with Sombra and what Applejack said, the rarity near the end there. How something's rarity or something.
Yeah, it's everything's
I heard
better.
that, I'm
Everything's
like-
better when it's a rarity or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. I heard that and I heard Rarity's reaction. I'm like, those two would be pretty good together. And then I love the look on Spike's face, like he overheard it. He's like, oh no, my ship doesn't exist anymore. My ship
My
has sailed.
fanfic.
My fanfic. Yeah.
But anyway, so that was pretty much it for season 4. Now we just have to wait for season 5. That has been confirmed. That is going to be 26 episodes, and I don't know where they're going with it. So
Can't wait for that in the year 2025.
Disclaimer: for me, if season 5, frankly, if even the first episode or at least the first couple episodes don't live up to my expectations, then I'm done watching the show. I'm done.
My
I can't do it
expectation
anymore.
is that we'll have a villain at the premiere this time. I want a villain. I want like a major villain, not a bunch of tentacles, not like a villain a few episodes later that's from a comic book. I want a villain. And not just like a
So like Galactus?
not like a Nightmare Moon villain where it's like, haha, I'll do Eternal Night. And it's like, that's not so bad since you all have magic and can make sure no one dies. I want, like, a Sombra where it's, like, slavery and bad stuff.
And
You
want
want
slavery?
Dark over here.
You heard it
I
here
want this to
first,
get
eh?
serious.
You heard it here first, folks. Aeon
I
wants
want
slavery.
serious. No, I want something really
Aeon
serious.
wants slavery, death, and demise. What we're saying is Aeon is Hitler.
Bring me the Zebra Legion with nuclear bombs from Fallout Equestria. The moment that happens, I'm gonna do like a stereotypical Ibble laugh.
Okay. I mean, the next big, super big thing that we're going to be doing is going to be a season 5 like discussion once the release date gets announced. That's when we're going to actually do it. Is when we get a release date for season 5, we're gonna start talking about it. So, until then, this summer is going to be a lot of just talking about random stuff. There's no more episodes to talk about. I'm going to try to get some interviews. I'm going to try to talk to some other people in the fan base to come on the show with us as special guests. Conventions, we're going to Fiesta Equestria. We're going to be there.
Oh yeah.
All of us, except for...
Like, I actually managed... I got so much money from graduation, I'll actually be able to pay my way there. Just, yeah.
I guess that helps.
Oh yeah. Since
So,
it's like
Fiesta
$200.
Equestria, Arriba.
So we're going to Fiesta Equestria. I don't know if anyone else is going to anything else? Any other conventions?
No, there's
all
not.
I have-
Your
Miss
mom?
Brony Fest
I don't think there's
tomorrow.
any in the state of Nebraska ever.
Does your mom count?
I'm going to Miss Brony, so I mean, it won't come out by tomorrow.
Did you find out? Like, did you find a ride to Midwest Brony
Yes,
Fest?
I did.
Okay.
One of my good friends I used to work with. Yeah.
All right, well, that's good. I'll want to hear about it. So anyway, that's kind of a brief summary of what's coming up this summer, and we'll see you guys for season 5. So until next time, I am Lightning.
I have been B Fallen Tragedy.
I'm
you have
Overlord
been very
Aeon.
annoying.
See ya!
And this has been Blaze,
As always.
as always.
I don't know, I don't have a good outro.
Mythos.
Just go
All right, and we'll see you all.
Eh.
Welcome.
Bye-bye.